I'm Will Fendon for Live, Love Lake Oswego, the first real estate channel solely dedicated to all things Lake Oswego. Now, we're very excited about this video today because we're about to tell you everything you'd ever need to know about how to buy a boat for Lake Oswego. Believe it or not, there are some special rules you need to understand. And you know, in selling real estate in this community for almost 20 years, I have a lot of conversations with buyers and sellers about all of the rules around Lake Oswego as they relate to real estate, because Lake Oswego is a completely private lake and there are many things it's important to understand if you're investing in a home here. So if you'd ever like to talk with me about any of that, I'm easy to find. Please feel free to reach out to me. You can call or text me directly at the number that you see on screen. But right now, we're going to jump to one of the premier boat retailers anywhere in the Pacific Northwest. My wife, Jane, is standing by. Let's rock and roll.
Hi, we're so excited to be at Active Water Sports here in Oregon City. And I'm standing here with Chantel, and she's going to tell us a little bit about AWS and some fun things.
So Active Water Sports opened in 1982. I've been here for about 10 years and we are growing fast. We now have 4 locations in Oregon, one in Central Oregon we just opened in Redmond, and then we've got where we are here, Oregon City, which is one of the original locations. We have a Portland location close to downtown, and then we have our Canby location, which is a huge service center with a ton of storage.
Fantastic. This showroom is so amazing. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you sell here at AWS?
Yeah, so at this Oregon City location, we specialize in the Malibu and Axis brands. Our Canby location has Nautique and Barletta pontoon boats, and then our Portland location has Supra and Moomba boats. So we have 6 of the top brands in the industry, and we've split them up by location. And then every location has a little bit of pro shop and some service, but really everything that you're gonna need to be out on the water.
That's amazing. So tell us more about where people use these boats up in the Portland area.
Yeah, so the Willamette River is definitely one of our most popular spots, the Columbia River as well. And then people take them out to Central Oregon, Billy Chinook, Detroit Lake, and then Hag Lake if you're on the other side of town.
A lot of our viewers are from Lake Oswego because that's what our channel is all about, is Lake Oswego. Do you sell a lot of boats to people in Lake Oswego?
Oh yeah.
That's super cool. I know they have a lot of restrictions.
There are a lot of restrictions, have to do with the length of the boat, the weight of the boat, and some of the devices that you can use on the boat. The best way to see that though is to actually be on the water.
Can we do that?
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
But wait, before we hit the water, I need to show you some of the fun stuff we sell.
Great. Okay, now we're in the boardroom.
Serious stuff.
This is very serious business. Let's talk about some of the fun toys.
Yeah, so wake surfing is definitely the most popular sport for the kind of boats that we sell. And so we've got a ton of different options for that. We also have wakeboards and water skis if people wanted to do that, knee boards and paddle boards, and really anything you need for the water.
I am ready to get out there.
Let's get on the water.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm back. It looked like you guys were having way too much fun at the AWS showroom.
Yeah, it was a blast. That was so much fun.
Okay, well, while we're waiting for Chantel, I wanted to point out here, these boat docks behind us will be immediately recognizable to anybody who lives in Lake Oswego. But if you're learning about the town, this is where all the boats come in during the summertime so that people can go to places like Millennium Plaza or restaurants, or the Lake Theater is right here. The Lake Theater and Cafe is very popular. And in selling real estate here for a very long time, we talk to people a lot about the waterfront lifestyle. Lake Oswego is all about that, and there's different ways you can get onto the water here. We made a whole video about how the boat easements work. That's another way to get onto the lake if you don't live in a waterfront home. So if you want to learn more about that, you can check out that video elsewhere on the channel. But we have a lot of great memories from this area right here.
This is where our family would come. We'd go to the Lake Theater, or we'd go to the farmer's market, or they have movies up in Millennium Park and concerts. It's really wonderful.
Yeah, but today we're super excited. I think Chantel has a surprise for us. I'm not sure what she's got up her sleeve, but our ride should be here any minute.
Okay, that's gotta be them in a killer boat.
Okay, the weather doesn't get any better than this on Lake Oswego.
We're so excited to be on the boat with Chantel and our special guest.
I want to introduce you to Matt. He is the president of Active Water Sports.
Hi, I'm Matt Radich, president of Active Water Sports. I've been with Active Water Sports since 1992. Actually grew up in Lake Oswego on the lake. Now I live in the Evergreen neighborhood and down here at the Lakewood Bay easement. Let's go for a lake tour.
When you stand in Millennium Plaza Park and you look out across Lakewood Bay, where we are here, you might think you're seeing all of Lake Oswego, but you're not. There's so much more to this lake than that. Right now we're passing through one of our favorite stretches of water. This is called Half Moon Bay. You can see on the right and left there are some beautiful homes as we glide through here. But when we turn the corner and you get that first look down the entire length of the main lake, it's spectacular.
Okay, so now we want to do a deeper dive on all the rules and regulations that come into play if you're a person who is thinking about getting a boat for the first time on Lake Oswego, or maybe you're thinking about upgrading a boat. This would be a good refresher, and Chantel and Matt know as much as anybody about that.
So there are specifications for Lake Oswego, what you can and can't have, how long the boat is, and the weight, and Matt can dive into the details of that.
To put a boat on Lake Oswego, it can have a maximum length, or a standard boat, a maximum length of 22 feet and 3,500 pounds. So it has to be at or under 3,500 pound weight limit. For pontoon boats, they will go a little bit longer. You can go 22.5 foot on a pontoon boat because typically they're lighter, but those are the specs. 3,500 pound weight limit is the maximum.
Now, when you talk about that, my brother bought a boat recently. You guys were very helpful to him when he was doing his research. And I was surprised, to learn about how many different options there are. When we talk about Lake Oswego, are there a lot of different brands that can meet the specifications to use them on this lake?
Right now in the towboat market, so like the wake boat market, there's actually only one boat that actually meets the specifications for Lake Oswego without any kind of special model or anything like that. So currently, the only one that has a manufacturer listed weight at 3,500 pounds is the Axis A20, which is the boat we're in now.
Okay.
We also have a couple ski boats that are available. This is a V-Drive, so if you're looking for something to wake surf or wakeboard, this is going to be better, but we do have a couple of ski boats as well. And then pontoons, we do have quite a few pontoons that would fit on the lake as well.
Yeah, we noticed when we were at the showroom, there are some really beautiful pontoon boats over there. We're starting to see a lot more of them on the lake.
Yeah.
Are they becoming more popular?
Absolutely, yeah. We're definitely gaining some ground with Barletta. It's a newer brand for us, and we've had them for about 3 or 4 years. And they've done really well, and they are getting more and more popular on the lake. They're just great for cruising and very comfortable and nice smooth ride.
We are loving this boat as we cruise along the north side of Lake Oswego here. Up ahead in the distance on the left, that's Jansen Island. It's home to one of the most prestigious estates anywhere in Lake Oswego. On the right, just catching a glimpse of the Uplands boat easement. It's one of the most popular neighborhood boat easements in town. And when you talk about the waterfront lifestyle in Lake Oswego, this is what it's all about. Being out here on the lake on a boat like this with friends and family, just loving life as we drift into another part of the lake we love. Locals call this the Party Cove.
It's so much fun to be out on the lake here with Chantel and Matt. And Matt has so many fun memories. Can you share some of us from growing up here?
Really, as you know from being out here, like kind of every memory is fun when you're out on the lake here. But it was a different feel. Like this whole neighborhood we're looking at here, this whole dock, none of that was here. Yeah. So it was kind of quieter on the lake, I would say. It was definitely more vacation-like, I think, on the lake.
Cottages.
But yeah, smaller cottages, a lot of smaller houses back then. But
yeah.
But it has that same magic every time I come out.
And this area we're in right now has been the same forever, right?
It's been that way for a long time. Yeah, you hear this area being referred to as like Party Cove here. Yeah. But this is, if you want to have a social time hanging out on the boat, this is definitely where you want to come. Throw the anchor out, tie up with friends. It's a great spot.
Okay, so now we want to expand a little bit more on the boat that we're in here. I mean, we figure be with Chantel and the president, there's got to be something special about this boat. Can you guys tell us more?
Yeah. Absolutely. So this is a 2024 Axis A20. It does meet all the specifications. So it's 3,500 pounds and it's 20 feet, has a 98-inch beam. For being a 20-foot boat, this does have a lot of good space in it. It's got great storage. Some awesome features specific to Lake Oswego. Putting the tower down is really easy, and it falls backwards, or it goes backwards. And so when you're driving and you're going under the bridges and you need to put the tower down, it's not going to be impeding how you can handle the boat. It does have ballast tanks, it does have surf gate, it does have the power wedge, so all the things that you would want to get a really, really great surfway. We do disable them when we put it on Lake Oswego, but if you ever want to take the boat down to Shasta for a week, we can re-enable it and then you can use all of those devices. This boat gets a really great surf wake on it, even without using all of those things, and we're going to show you the wake once we get going here, and it's very impressive and super fun.
How about like customization? Like, do you typically have these on the showroom floor? Do people have to order them, or can they order them and customize them?
Either one, yeah. So we typically will have some in stock. This particular boat is the demo boat for this year, and it will be on the lake all year. We can take people out on it, and then at the end of the season, it gets sold as a demo boat. And we do typically have them in stock, or you can special order. So if in the off season, you want to take the time picking out all your colors and options, we would just sit down and do that with you and get the boat on order, and then it would come in exactly how you want it.
Hey, what about somebody who wants to buy a boat that doesn't live in a home that has access to a boat easement, and they don't live in a waterfront home, or maybe they just don't want to have a boat to operate on Lake Oswego, but they want to use it elsewhere? What about that? What other choices do they have, and where are some of the places they might go?
Absolutely. So this is the smallest in the Axis line. It's great for Lake Oswego, but they go up to 25 feet. So if you love the Axis and you want something that's a little bit bigger, we definitely have options for that. And then the main brand with Axis is Malibu, and we offer all different sizes and styles and things of the Malibu as well. Other brands we carry, Supra, Moomba, Nautique, and then the Barletta pontoon boats, all different ranges of sizes and styling. You can really customize and figure out exactly what you want. And depending on the size of crew, you can get a big enough boat to cover it.
Even though you can't use a lot of the extra kind of wave creating devices that are on this Axis A20, this is, in my opinion, the best boat for water sports that you can get for Lake Oswego. It has a great wakeboard wake, it has an amazing surf wake, and it has a great water ski wake.
When we started boating with friends on this lake, I didn't know that people have to deactivate their ballast tanks to control the size of the wake that the boats throw off on Lake Oswego. But what I did notice was that a lot of our friends politely started asking me to sit in the back corner of the boat. Like every time somebody was wake surfing or wakeboarding or water skiing, and it didn't dawn on me initially like why that was, but
that's what we're gonna ask you to do, man.
now I understand. Okay, earlier we were talking about having Chantel get in the water and water ski with us today, but she's got an appointment, unfortunately conflicted. We're not going to be able to do that. However, we did discover one of Chantel's superpowers is actually backing up a very large boat with a tractor. And I have to say, for me as a man, observing her do this made me feel just a little bit insecure about my driving and backing ability. Okay, we're about to head back to base where we started, but Matt, we want to propose a race here. Do you think this boat could beat our drone?
Well, I don't know. It's going to be close. We can certainly give it a shot and see what we can do.
Let's go.
All right, ready?
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, hit it. The drone is struggling to keep up. I think the boat is winning.
Where's the drone?
Back there.
When?
Well, that was an epic boat versus drone race. It pains me to admit it, but the boat beat our drone decisively. We're going to give you one more look at beautiful Half Moon Bay here with the main lake out behind it as we pass under the bridge at North Shore Road.
Okay, we've come full circle back to where we started. If you want to learn more about all the rules and regulations for owning and operating a boat on Lake Oswego, there's a lot of great information on the Lake Corporation website. We'll throw that link up here on screen so you can see that. But more importantly, Chantel, tell us how to find you guys. If somebody wants to learn more and get in touch, where can they go?
Yeah, absolutely. So Active H2O is our website, and we'll put that link in the comments. And then I also have a YouTube channel called Chantel Boats, where we'll put the link there as well, that gives more boating tips, specifically how to operate, things like that. And then just stop by the Active Water Sports in Oregon City, and we can show you some boats and then set up getting on the water.
Hey, thank you both so much for doing this with us, Chantel.
No,
and Matt.
absolutely. Thanks so much for featuring us and getting out on the water. This was great.
Yeah, thanks for joining us out on the water today.
Thanks for watching Live, Love Lake Oswego, the first real estate channel solely dedicated to all things Lake Oswego. If you'd ever like to have an exploratory conversation about buying or selling real estate here, please feel free to call or text me directly at the number on screen. Or if you'd just like to see more content about this amazing place that we call home, please consider subscribing.